Hi, I'm Reverend Tom Kearns, and welcome to 333 Magic 9, where the tarot cards and the astrology stars come together to help you. There's a lot of exciting energy coming at you this month, and here's how you can use it to improve your life. I hope you will like this video and also press the little bell for notifications when my new videos come out. The tarot cards that will be used this month correspond with the astrology. They are the Five of Cups, which represents loss and lack of vision; the Queen of Swords, which represents intellect and good judgment; the Fool, which represents the beginning of the journey; and the Hangman, which represents a change of perspective. Cancer, the tarot card for the first week of the month is the Five of Cups. It shows a despondent man looking at the ground. 3 cups of the wine are spilled before him. He does not see the 2 full ones behind him or the bridge leading to a castle in the distance. It suggests despair has overcome hope. This has afflicted the man with blindness to the future, which could bring joy and comfort to his life. This card suggests we need to reassess what we are experiencing and overcome any sense of hopelessness. And as we look into the astrology for the month, in general, the month begins with Venus, Mars, and Pluto conjunct in Capricorn. They expose secrets, instigate violence, and may put leaders in danger. The inner circle is the chart of the United States of America. The outer circle shows the transits for March 3rd, 2022. In the inner circle, you can see that Pluto in the United States chart was at 27 degrees in the sign of Capricorn. On the 3rd, Pluto will be at that degree, Mars will be at that degree, and Venus will be applying to that degree. So that puts a lot of energy on top of Pluto. Pluto represents Hades, the god of the underworld. And so this represents that can be a lot of unusual, deep psychic cleansing that needs to be done. So anyone who has been abusing power will have to be very careful. Mars also is the planet of war, the god of war. And so we've been hearing a lot about war with Russia and the Ukraine. So that's in the news. And speaking of the news, Neptune by transit is in exact opposition to Neptune in the United States chart. And so this is why there's a lot of disinformation in the media, and it is not serving the people very well. Neptune also represents socialism. The Communist Manifesto was written under the power of Neptune. And at the same time, Mars in the United States chart is squaring Neptune in the transiting chart. So we have an awful lot of very challenging energy that is in the world and coming to a climax point where a lot of energy is focused, and again, it's in challenging ways. But it also represents a possibility of death and rebirth. And again, that's a very important issue, especially when Pluto is involved with Pluto. That is the first transit. This is the first time that this transit has occurred in the history of the United States of America. Now, Cancer, when it comes to your chart, these 3 planets in your 7th house may bring change in your close relationships, dealings with the public, or with legal issues, so pay attention. Mercury, Saturn, and the Moon together in the 8th house can bring new responsibilities in finances or in intimacy. The Sun, Jupiter, and Neptune up in your ninth house ask you to share your understanding and your spiritual beliefs with others. This can be very inspiring. As we look into the second week, the tarot card for the second week of the month is the Queen of Swords. It shows a queen seated on a substantial throne, holding a sword in her hand. She appears to be gesturing to her subjects. A bird flies above her in the sky. This suggests she is in command, especially in anything that deals with knowledge and perception. She is very capable and will not accept any type of false information or manipulation. As we look into the astrology, the second week begins with Venus and Mars moving into Aquarius and your 8th house. Now, this is a positive aspect that energizes your joint finances and your psychic abilities. It can bring opportunities through joint efforts and intimacy. You should spend some quiet time with a lover, as there is a hint of romance in the air. Now, the moon will trine Pluto from the 11th to 7th houses, increasing your awareness of different people's future plans. There may be opportunities to follow your better instincts to help, but you must do so without becoming emotionally entangled. The tarot card for the third week of the month is the Fool. It shows a young man who is beginning a journey. He is traveling with a staff over his shoulder that contains only the necessities that he needs. He's holding a white rose in his other hand. Next to him is a small dog that accompanies him on his journey. Since he is not looking where he's going, there may be some challenges ahead that he is not prepared for, but he travels on with faith and hope for the future. His small dog represents instincts that will guide him. As we look into the astrology, the third week highlights a major focus of energy in your 9th house, with Mercury, Jupiter, Neptune, and the Sun all in the highly sensitive and psychic sign of Pisces. Now, this is a great time to expand your spiritual understanding. Get out and pursue your ambitions. Your business instincts are growing, and you may feel you're able to connect with people on a higher creative and intellectual level. You may find that you know what people need in their hearts to feel comfortable. Helping them visualize your ideas of a better world can be a powerful weapon towards your personal success. As we look into the last week of the month, the tarot card is the Hanged Man. This card shows a man hanging upside down from a cross or a tree. He is looking out into the distance. This suggests a need to view the world from a different perspective. You may have been following along a path that was too predictive and perhaps limiting. By viewing the world upside down, you are given the opportunity to see things in a new way. Rather than being nailed to the cross of materialism, you may start seeing things in a more spiritual light. This leads to inspiration, which can be seen as the halo around the hangman's head. Now, as we look into the astrology, the fourth week has the Sun entering your 10th house, and you may feel hyped up and ready to fight for success. There's a powerful and inspiring energy that can increase your ability to push ahead in your career. A little effort can help clear away emotional attitudes that have been negative. Mercury and Jupiter conjunct up in your 9th house may bring messages from people at a distance or from your higher imagination. So listen carefully, for there may be opportunities to expand your understanding and influence over other people. There's a good time to lecture, publish, and travel. Now, there is a square between Mars and Uranus, which warns you to maintain some personal boundaries, especially when you're dealing with groups of people you don't know, and make sure you also respect the boundaries of others. Hi, I'm Reverend Tom Kearns, and this is my story. If you are a spiritual seeker, it may help you on your journey. I believe your spiritual development is as important as your religion. If you look at Christianity, it focuses on the life of Jesus. But Jesus was never a Christian. He was Jewish. If this thought intrigues you, you'll enjoy my new book, Light from Water, Freeing Jesus. It's available on Amazon.com and through fine bookstores. And it may help you on your spiritual journey. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please like this video, subscribe, and ring the little bell to be notified when new videos come out. And if you'd like to arrange a private psychic and spiritual reading with astrology, just go to my website, internetpsychicreadings.com or professorastrology.com.